Say hello.
Hello.
It's Ava and who you got with you? Elmo?
Mom. Oh.
Yeah. Good morning, Holy Trinity. It is good to see all of you. I'd like to open up this midweek message with a hilarious joke I have for you. You ready? So there once was a cowboy, and he went to a bar, and he ordered 3 beers. And he had the beers come out in front of him. 1, 2, 3. And he totally took a sip of each one. Sip, sip, sip. And that's how he drank his beers. And the rest of the bar, they kind of looked at him and was like, what's going on with this guy? When he finished the beers, he ordered 3 more. And that's when the bartender asked him, why are you ordering 3 beers at a time? And he said, well, it's because I have 2 brothers. And they don't live by me anymore, so we decided that we're always going to order 3 beers at once, 1 for each of us. That's how we will remember one another. And I went, okay. So day after day came, and he ordered his 3 beers, until one day, the cowboy showed up to the bar, and he ordered 2 beers. And everyone was like, oh, what happened? Is everything okay? Did your brother die? What happened? And that's when the cowboy said, no, my brothers are fine. It's just the wife and I joined a Baptist church, so we don't drink anymore. But these 2 are for my brothers. I don't drink anymore, but these 2 are for my brothers. Isn't that hilarious? Isn't that a good joke? And I bring that up to you today because I want to talk about fake Jesus, Jesus the rule maker. Because there are so many people out there that think Christianity is only about obeying the rules and coming up with rules that aren't even in the Bible. There are all sorts of rules that people come up with that say, if you follow this rule, you'll be a super Christian, even though God never said so. So they come up with rules like no drinking alcohol, no dancing, no playing cards, no drinking caffeine, no eating meat on Fridays. And we scratch our heads wondering, where did that come up with? Where did these ideas come from that you need to follow all these extra rules that aren't even in the Bible? And sometimes, every once in a while, that type of person would say, well, Jesus says if you follow these rules, you are a super Christian. And that's simply not true. And what's dangerous about that is that you are relying then on your own works to make your relationship good with God. You are telling yourself, as long as I keep this rule, as long as I keep this rule, as long as I keep this rule, I'm going to have a good relationship with God, and God certainly needs to let me into heaven because of that. And that's a problem, because the Bible makes it very clear that we can't get to heaven by following our own rules and doing the best we can. It doesn't work like that. Let me read to you a verse from Galatians chapter 2. I do not set aside the grace of God, for if righteousness comes through the law, then Christ died for nothing. So this passage is telling us that if we could get to heaven by obeying the laws, if we could get to heaven by obeying the rules, then why did Jesus die? There's no point for Jesus to die if we can get to heaven by obeying the rules. But instead, Jesus isn't a rule maker. He came to this world and was a savior. He lived a perfect life. He obeyed every single rule that's in the Bible. He never messed it up once. And when he died on the cross, he gives that perfection to you and to me. So we know that we have a Savior, a real Savior, who doesn't make more rules for us and say, you better be good to get to heaven. Instead, he listened to all of them for us so that he could give us perfection. So, rules are good. I'm glad speed limits exist. I'm glad there are laws out there that prevent people from just breaking into my house. Rules are good, but we don't follow the rules to get to heaven. We follow the rules to say thank you to Jesus our Savior, who loved us and died for us. I pray that God blesses the rest of your day. I will catch you later. Have a good one.